Hello and welcome to our program, No Excuses. This is our program, No Excuses. And truly you have no excuse not to be who you are meant to be or to do what you are meant to do. And on the program today we have a woman of substance. She started from 2 machines and today she has 150 machines. She's on the industrial level. She has an industrial layout where she's sewing uniforms and making things happen right here in Nigeria, including what I'm wearing and what Deborah Akoche is also wearing. Please welcome Josephine Okoye.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome to No Excuses.
Thank you, ma'am.
So tell us the story. What inspired you to go into this business? In a summary.
Oh yes. First and foremost, very funny. Growing up, the 2 things I wanted to do was first to be called a madam, and second, sign checks.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam is
And sign checks. And I knew that to be called a madam, you must have people that work for you. I wanted to enter your hall and say, madam. Yeah. Oh no, not as my no, as a boss lady. And I also wanted to sign checks. And I knew that for you to sign checks, you must have money. You know, so for my first account was a executive savings account that had checkbook.
Oh.
Yes. And I wanted to pay people's salaries, signing checks.
Okay.
And yes, and growing up also, I loved making clothes for my dolls. Every time we go to the tailor's place, I'll pick up the remaining pieces, go back home and hook my doll up with something nice, you know, the headgear, shoe to match and everything.
Wow.
I always knew that I wanted to be a tailor.
Wow.
Some people say, that's too humble. Why don't you make say seamstress? I said, no, I want to be a tailor. I remembered when I was supposed to go into the university, my dad asked me, what will you be studying now? I said, Daddy, honestly, I want to be a tailor. My father said, tailor? God forbid, you can't be a tailor. Engineer, lawyer, study French, you know? I'm like, okay. My father said, not in my house, you cannot be a tailor. I said, okay. He said, so what do you want to study now you go to university? I said, okay, I'll study psychology, so at least I can be working on my clients. And he said, okay. Today, when the tailor is talking, he keeps quiet to listen.
Wow.
You know? At the long run, the tailor worked.
Wow.
I have never used my certificate for anything.
Oh my God.
You know, got a 2-1 in school, but I've never used it. I never even opened it after I received it. I started modeling when I was much younger. At the point I said, no, I want to be the one dressing the models. I've always liked to be behind the scene. I always want to get my own hands dirty, be in the production line. And I knew that to do that, you had to come in big, but I knew that I had to start from somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Like when she's just giving up that, I'm just seeing myself. Because talking about not using certificate, like, I don't know where my certificate is.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, so would like to know, like, did you really start big? Because I remember you said you want to be a madam. When you first said madam, I was thinking like it's Madam Mrs. But you've cleared the air. So, did you actually started as a madam? Or because I came to your side and I saw you have over 150,
yes,
or 150 industrial machines. I'm like, where is that madam? I'm looking for one huge. And I saw one pregnant like me. Okay, so did you actually start with that 150 machine?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. We started with just 2 machines, 1 butterfly machine, the manual one, and 1 industrial machine. Yes. It comes with a very unique sound. You know, we started like that, and before we even got a sharing space, I had a friend of mine also I was in my 2nd year in university when I had that dream to start up, and a friend of mine, she wanted to start a salon.
Okay.
So we said, okay, we'll get a shop, we'll divide into 2. You will do your own salon here, me, I'll be sewing here. So your customers that come to make their hair, the ones that are sewing will come and do their hair. While we're still looking for somewhere, you know, I said I had to start. The plaza we're supposed to use is called UTC in Jos then. They were fixing the shop, so they told us, okay, we can be using outside for a while. So we started from there. I got my 2 tailors. I got them a place to stay because I got one from Badagry and one from Abuja. Then I was in University of Jos.
So how did you come into this major expansion?
Well, we started gradually. It didn't start from just 2 machines to 150.
Yes.
We started from 2 to 4, from 4 to 6.
That's a process.
Yes, every time we got maybe a job, I had the savings. So I had a plan that every time I had a job, I'll take from the job and add 1 more machine. Yeah, so we're doing, initially I thought it was going to be easy. I said maybe a machine every 2 months.
Wow.
But it didn't come out that way, you know. It was a bit difficult because then it was not, nobody was giving you money. Nobody was even giving you loans or anything. So it was from my savings, you know. I would tell myself, okay, we will not buy shoe this time. We will not buy this time. We will do this, we will do that, you know. And my husband was also very kind to me. He knew that I had a dream. He had forced me to go and do youth service. I said, no, I'm not even going to use my certificates. I'm not even going to work for anybody. I'm going to work for myself. And he said, okay, that he has looked at me closely, that if I even get a job, they're going to fire me the next day. So let him just invest in me, you know. And that was the first time, you know, someone said, okay, go and look for a shop. I will pay for it, you know. And I have not let him down till now.
Oh. And he has not regretted it.
No, he hasn't.
Okay, show us some of the uniforms. I hear you're into.
Yes, we're
mass production
into,
of
yes,
uniforms.
ZOWHN Stitches.
Oh my God, this doesn't look like.
Telling you.
Yes.
Let me see.
Wow.
ZOWHN Stitches is a garment factory.
Wow.
We also call ourselves the designer's tailor. Yes.
Wow. Very detailed.
In fact, I remember when I took it to a client, he said, are you sure you didn't get it from China? I said, no, sir.
I'm trying to remember this uniform we usually get from UK.
Zeko.
Zeko.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm inspired by Zeko for the uniforms.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
like Zeko.
Yes.
Very detailed.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
And we also have ready to wear.
Okay.
Amazing.
You can read them all.
We also have ready to wear.
Wow.
My tailors, they do a very good job. I'm proud of them.
Yes.
I'm proud. Of course, we didn't, with so much talking and motivating them, telling them they can get better, you know, we'll quarrel here and there. Drinking Panadol every day I get home, you know. But
I'm sure your dad will not see this as tailoring.
As if it's your family.
yes, he
The
can.
boss lady.
You know.
He said tailoring, he would think is this Obioma.
Yeah, that was the idea. And he just
That's
asked
what he thought.
when there's supposed to be a doctor in his house, doctor this, you know. And he
This is made in Nigeria. We're proud of it.
Zone
Zone stitches.
So who are your customers? Like you study school, I can see you have uniform.
Yes, our customers are wide because we have a range from ready to wear, which we have in the showroom here in Abuja. Then also we do uniforms, school
Like what you're
uniforms.
wearing.
Yes, like what you're wearing.
Yes.
Yeah, ready to wear.
So that this is from Zone
Including what you are wearing.
Yes,
including my Christian mother arms.
I mean, and they're pocket friendly.
I'm telling
yes
you.
they are.
Brush for
Yeah.
anything.
Yes, they are.
Official.
They are. Yes, and casual.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you do ready to wear.
We do ready to wear, we do uniforms, we do medical uniforms, we do construction uniforms, we do hospitality uniforms.
Wow.
It's a garment factory,
You sew for all those
paramilitary and the military. Yes,
Wow.
yes we do,
Wow.
we do.
This is interesting.
We call ourselves the designer's tailor because sometimes you have designers, fashion designers that want to open a clothing line. They don't have the capacity. So we have the capacity for the labor and the
bring it to
contract.
you.
Yes,
Oh
so
my
we do
God.
that
Okay, like
also.
contract manufacturing.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So instead of you going to Turkey or going to China, you come to us and we give you good rates.
Oh.
Yes.
And then you put your label on it.
We'll put their label on it.
Okay,
Yes, we'll put their label on it. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
you have like a training institute for this?
Oh yes, we do. We do, but it's, we have periods when we do that. We start October to March. We don't. From March, we start preparing for schools. So we don't. The training starts in March, October every year.
Okay.
It's a 6-month
I think
training.
those of you looking on how to go and learn tailoring, come and learn for you. Don't go and learn Obioma. I mean, anything what to do with it.
Yes, and the beauty about it is that you're not only going to learn tailoring, you're going to also learn how to run a tailoring business.
Wow.
Yes.
The business aspect of
Yes,
tailoring.
yes.
Give them a master
yes.
class.
Yes, because at the end of the day, people go into this because of, we want to quickly make money, but they forget that there are challenges. Every day, I tell you, every day there's a new challenge that arises. But once you have a passion for it, I always tell people when they come to my class, I teach the business part, and I tell them, without passion, first and foremost, I won't take your money. I don't want you in my class, because why? It's the passion that keeps you. Because when every other thing fails, passion will tell you.
Passion, you won't be here.
Yes.
The last time I met you were practically crying. That was
Yes.
my first example.
Yes.
So you shouldn't be here without passion. I can see the demonstration
Yes.
of passion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's true. Some other people would have sold all their machines. A lot of people, I've had a lot of colleagues that just wake up one morning and say, you know what, these tailors, I can't deal with them. We close up, they sell up everything, But I've never come to that. Yes, it's not because I've not had challenges, but I love what I do. I love what I do. Yes.
So how can investors partner with you? Are you open to that?
Oh yes, I've learned something over the years. You can't be an island, the more the merrier, and the line of business always has the market. Why? Because just like the basic amenities, shelter, food, and clothing, always, you never run out of markets. It's not like, okay, some specific kind of business, maybe like makeup. It's not everybody that makes up, so we may not get, but clothing, everybody must wear clothes. So we're open to investors, I'm open to partnership. Okay. Me personally, I don't like to do everything all by myself. I like the more the merrier. Yes, the skies. I've never woke up one morning and I saw 2 beds fallen and because the sky was too tight. No, so that's how it is. There's always room for everybody to grow.
Yes.
Yeah, so I grow, you grow, and we're all happy.
You talked about some challenges that you've been facing. Currently, what are your current challenges and how do you think the government can actually step in to assist you?
Well, for the government to step in, one of the challenges the government can step in is right funding. To be fair, during 2016, I got a loan from Bank of Industry.
Wow.
Okay.
And I think that has been the only thing the government has done, But before I got that loan, it took 2 years to process.
What?
Yes, 2 years. When they advertised it, it was like, just come, you're a woman, you're into fashion industry, you own 60% of your business, we give you money. So I said, okay, I brought all documents, business plan, everything. The next thing said, asking for this, go and bring your grandmother in the village, go and do this, it was so much. At one time I paused, and luckily for me, I went to register for my trademark in trade and investment. I bumped into the PAMSEC, and he was like, madam, I like what you're wearing. I said, I make what you're wearing too. You're wearing very nice agbada. I said, ambassador, I make what you're wearing too. He said, okay, give me your card. Lo and behold, one of the days I went to Bank of Industry, I saw him there. I was like, what are you doing here? And I told him my story. He said, don't worry, I'll be your chief guarantor.
Yeah, because there's always issue of guarantor.
Yes.
I wanted to ask.
He said, I'll be your chief guarantor.
Wow.
I had very good, outstanding guarantors, but they just, for some reason, just the Nigerian factor, I didn't know anybody, And as soon as he stepped in, that was like 1.5 years after.
Then the story changed.
Yes.
So what happens to somebody that don't have...
If you don't have somebody, forget it.
Just hope in God. Just hope in God.
So...
Just hope in God. Because the major challenges I have, to make it personal, is funding. There's so many ideas.
Yes.
There's so many things we need to get. Yes, we have a lot of machines, but we also need some specialized machines that without good money, you can't, and with the dollar prices now, so the prices are all high, you can't even get it from your savings.
So what would be your advice to those that are newly coming out of schools, with no employment, they're so worn out? So what would be your advice to those people in terms of starting small and knowing fully where the peculiar challenge in this country that they may not bump into a palm sack, what would be your challenge? What would be your advice to them?
First and foremost, one of the fears every youth or everybody that wants to start something, they're just afraid of starting. And that's one thing I'm not afraid of. I'm not afraid of starting. Some people think that if all these things are taken from me today, I'm not still afraid of starting again, a new thing. So my advice to them is never be afraid to start. You can start small, you can start with anything. You can start, yes, you can start with yes, you can even start with a word of mouth. You can tell someone, I like what you're wearing. Say, okay, don't worry. You can come and meet someone like me and say, can you produce it for me? Yes. And you give them. Then with that, you can start saving to get your own. You must not start with your own. Yes, you must not start with your own. Our own problem, everybody wants to start with their own. My own. No. You can start small.
I remember advising some set of youth that most time people go to events and they just network. You should start financial networking. That's a topic we'll bring another day. Financial networking, you go to some place and you see somebody like you that don't have money. Probably both of you have 50,000, and then how can we network financially? The 10 of our 50,000 can actually start us something.
Yeah.
Financial networking.
Yes.
Yeah, I think your story is so inspiring.
Very, very inspiring. Thank you for coming on to the program.
You're welcome, ma'am. It's a pleasure.
We've been talking about no excuses. Well, this is another narrative there. She started small and she's growing big and hoping to get bigger.
Yes.
So you too can start. And it's all made in Nigeria.
These are all proudly made Nigerians.
Yes, sir.
So we should just try and patronize made in Nigerian products. I mean, you can hardly tell that this is not ZOWHN. Okay, so thank you for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And if you need to get across to her, please leave your comments in the comment section. I'm sure that we'll definitely pick you up with her. And see you soon next time.
Bye.